So I want to start with how Wakanda Forever positions some of the supporting characters that we've met up to this point.
Right.
It positions M'Baku, Nakia, and Okoye as these almost surrogate older siblings for Shuri. Mm-hmm. Can you maybe talk about how you kind of use that dynamic to develop this movie's sense of family and what family means to Wakanda?
Absolutely. What family means to Wakanda is everything. That's true of a lot of cultures, but definitely true of cultures that have a base on the continent. True of indigenous cultures, kind of universal thing. The family drama, the family dynamics. This thing has to be a lot of things for it to work. It has to be family drama, like you said. It has to be a political thriller, and it has to be an action movie. But the family side of it is what I think people can relate to the most, because everybody's got a family. Even if they don't have a family, there's the absence of it that they use to define them. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's like for it to work, that kind of has to be the end point. I think that the family side of it has to be the way in, and these characters are fantastical. You know what I'm saying? Like an African mountain man who worships like a gorilla god. That's like out there. Yeah. but okay, big brother, you understand that? You know what I'm saying? Or uncle. You understand that older sisters, auntie, sister-in-law. I get it. You know what I'm saying? And so for that, I think it was important. And it was important that these relationships were believable, which is not easy to do. But we were able to accomplish in the first film. I hope we did in this one.
What is it that Okoye provides for Shuri in terms of support in this movie that only she can?
She has a huge heart for Shuri and really wants to keep her safe and protected, and really wants to see her actually step into a phase past the pain of her grief. And that is something that, one would question, is that your job or is that your sisterhood, and how do they mix, and meld? What Okoye chooses to do to help Shuri, is it helpful or not? Was it a good idea or was it not? And but the goal is, it's because her heart is so intertwined in the royal family that she wants to. She's not just a general to them. She is a family member, and that can have its consequences one way or another, right?
Nakia's relationship with Shuri is special because they have been in each other's lives she's been in Shuri's life her entire life, much like her family members. One of the words that Ryan used to describe Nakia to T'Challa was oasis. That's what he said to me when we were making the first film, that Nakia was T'Challa's oasis. And that stayed with me, and I thought about that a lot when I was coming into this movie, thinking, okay, now we don't have T'Challa. So who is Nakia to herself, but also who is she to Shuri? And in many ways, she's become that for Shuri. She's that grounded force. And Nakia has always been ahead of the curve. Her emotional intelligence is quite advanced. And so when it comes to how she's handling her grief, there's something for Shuri to learn from her. And she's uniquely poised, being the love of T'Challa, to teach us or to give an audience permission to be okay.